The Underdog Podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jack Cowden will be live today as usual.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter tear like a Reese.
Keep on persevere through all the obstacles. Get it done. That's the underdog.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can see me.
You may overlook this person, but the underdog is the one who's gonna put in the work.
It's over, you know? Because you have to lose to win. Whether you think losing is a big event.
Out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm kicking these scriptures just before the fame. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
So I always believe in life. I took so many risks to make this thing happen. You know what I mean?
I'm always working, bro. Like I said, I'm energy driven. Underdog can put you on your ass. The underdog can put you on game. The underdog can show you something that you didn't know.
Can't go down. All you can do is go up. So are you gonna stay where you at, or you gonna move up?
Feel the bangs. Feel the bangs.
He said he's nervous. This is his first time doing it.
Cut her ass off if she get that, I can reread.
Yo, what it do, good people? Welcome to the Underdogs Podcast. This is Keeping It Pushing with FLEETWOOD JR right now. Hope everybody out there making some shade, doing what you gotta do day by day, by any means getting it done. And happy Melanated History Month, people. You know what I mean? This is a very informational, informal, inspiring, motivational episode, how we always do it, man. You feel me? So just kick back, relax, and just vibe with your boy, man. Y'all already know what's going on, man. For real, we finna jump right into it, though, with some inspirational messages, you know what I mean? For real, for real. It don't stop, man. You feel me? And we got a part 2 episode tonight. Professional athlete Gary Fuller from season 1. You know what I mean? He gonna be coming right back through, you know, kicking this game, man, updating us, letting us know what's going on. You feel me? All the good stuff. You feel me? The good vibes. We like to hear our people doing good out here, man. That's what we do it for. That's why we doing what we do, man. Let's get it.
Having full control of your thoughts allow you to dictate what your future is. The first step in thought management is being able to control what you're thinking. What you think will dictate how you feel. If you are thinking of positive things, oh boy, another wonderful day today. Yeah, man, I give thanks for life. Oh yes, man, I went by the river. Look at the sun. It's beautiful. Right? These thoughts and these types of meditation, it actually floods your physical structure, specifically with hormones that actually help to boost up your immune system. So if it is that you have negative thoughts, these thoughts is what would actually shut down your immune system, raise your blood sugar levels, increase your heart rate. You feel bad because you produce particular biochemicals within your bloodstream that makes you feel bad, which are called the stress hormones. Very important. Okay, now if it is that you are feeling good, then what would be produced is the feel-good hormones you're brought in.
Yeah, that's real right there, man. That's why, you know, when you hear certain situations with folk, you know, they be like, well, they were stressed out. They had a heart attack or something went wrong. Like, yeah, man, I know it's tough, man. It's human. You know what I mean? Trial and error. You're going to have your bad days. You're going to have your days where you're up. But to keep your health in check is everything. Everything starts with the mind. Everything is what you make of it, you know. So we got to keep ourselves, you know, above water. We just can't drown, man. You feel me? Because once them thoughts take and everything like that, you don't know how it's going to affect your health. You know what I mean? Like you were saying, produce chemicals in your body. So we going to keep it pushing, man. You already know how we do it, man, for real. Got the late, great Nipsey Hussle, man. You feel me? With a positive message.
TIME. You know, not only kids, just people in general. You know, time is how, when somebody gives you their time, how you really know. I read somewhere that the highest human act is to inspire. And we all are in search of inspiration every day. Either inspire or be inspired, I think, is what creates. You know, we all have the capacity to inspire. Do you know how kids spell love? TIME.
Real talk, man. You know what I mean? Like you said, definitely, man, I'm inspired to do what I can, man, by uplifting our people, man. That's how we do it over here on the Underdogs Podcast, man, and just shedding the light on the success, on the motion, on all the good stuff going on, man. You know, because every guest that we bring on our episodes or any information we put out here is if it's informal, you know what I mean? It might be inspiring somebody by hearing these stories of the underdogs, you know what I mean? How they started, you know, how they got there, what they had to do to get through, you know what I mean? All the hoops and loops, you know, jump through the rings of fire to make it happen. Like, you know, it's always good to hear, because one thing about it, man, you might idolize somebody's hustle, you know, but you can't mimic their story, because everybody got their own lane and their own story that they gonna have. You know what I mean? So you always got to keep that in mind. You feel me? Like, do what works for you. You know what I mean? And find your success in that. Stay consistent. You know, real talk. And that's what we doing over here, man. We ain't letting up, man. The foot is on the gas. You feel me? We don't even matter how it go. We gonna do the whole speed limit. Feel me? We gonna go. Another one. Message.
To conquer or to challenge or to transcend apart from your mind. All your neighbors live here. Your gods and demons live here. And yourself, imagined, lives here. Stop trying to be a traffic policeman in your own head. Let it run. Just remain detached like you're witnessing. To witness is never involved in the scene, because the moment you become involved in the scene, you become part of the scene. So the witness has to stand apart. Just keep witnessing first your traffic, the mind stuff, and it's daily. It's your family, friends, job, money, weather, everything that's coming up. Sometimes it will feel like some reflex and you're in form again, dancing with the mind, struggling. And as soon as you see this, don't go, oh, no, just click back and just keep doing that. And at some point, you'll feel that the claustrophobia of all this worldly internal and external noise will start to sort of drift away. This is the presence of God in you.
Most definitely, man. You are the creator. You're the master of your mind, man. If you believe it, you can achieve it. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing to it, man. Just however you get it done, make it happen. You know, just figure it out. Take time to sit there and really, you know, come up with something. But we keeping it pushing, man. Just keeping it pushing with FLEETWOOD JR right now, man. Y'all already know it. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Shout out to the network too, man. Citizen Series Network, TV.com, Black Owned Independent Network. And shout out to BOAMEDCB on Instagram, man. Our 40 acres in a mule, our Black Owned cryptocurrency, man. You know what I mean? If we want to do it, we got to create it. We got to make it happen, and we got to support it, man. So definitely shout out to the network, man. You know, I never thought I'd be sitting here being a so-called podcaster or whatever, but my genuine love for the people, you know what I mean? I don't hate my own kind. I just know how to deal with them. You know, ain't no feeling like, you know, nobody better than nobody or nothing like that, man. I just want to help bridge the gap, man, especially with the youth. You know, we got to put some positive in it up, because there's so much negativity going on within our environments, and you know, that's toxic behavior, man. That's what it turned into now, you know. And I'm a 90s baby. All this going on and all that when he thought of or heard of, man. But it's crazy how much social media got an influence and music got an impact on people today's time. You feel me? So we gotta make a shift. You know, we gotta communicate with the people. We gotta have conversations. Just sit down, man. Every guest that we had on this show, man, I might not even know them personally, man, but I respect they grind and they hustle, man. So definitely I ain't afraid to give no strangers they flowers, man. You feel me? You got to. You know, it's love. Love within self. If you love yourself, you'll love your reflection the same way. Let go.
Patient with individuals, just like how the universe is patient with you. Because nobody not perfect, and as me I said, nobody has it down pat. For you show me the whole list of men, and I can show you where him go wrong to. And you can show me the darkest of men, and me can show you a time when him do right. We leave all judgment to Jah, you know what I mean? If we can help, we help. If we can show love, we show love. If we can shine light, we shine light. So the reality is, all we can do is live in our light, embrace the light, but never get too rigid where you can't learn and you can't see somebody else's perspective and you can't also see the light in someone else. Yeah, you have to be patient.
You gotta be patient, man. You feel me? Most definitely. I respect that, man. You know, because when you dealing with people, everybody ain't gonna move in the same time you move on, man. But they might have a bright idea. They might have the answer. You just gotta give yourself time, man. You know what I mean? But happy Melanated History Month, people, you know. And you know how we do it at the Underdogs, man. We like to straddle the fence and get the information out there, man, because a lot of stuff that we was taught ain't really what it all is, you feel me? So we just gotta put the real information out there, you know. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But got another clip, man. Got another clip from the guy Rashad Jamal, you feel me? Out here. Free the man. You know what I mean? That's crazy how they got bro jammed up, you know, and the type of work he was doing. I always keep that in mind. Anybody that's for the people that's trying to spark the mind and spark the brain, something always end up happening to him, man. But we gonna share this clip though, for real.
Movement. If you notice, ain't no niggas move over there though. Out of all the black people, think about Bert Marcus Garvey was the first one to start the Back to Africa movement. That was 1920s. Niggas still here. You know, but you know how many niggas thought about it though? Oh yeah, man, I'm really thinking about moving to Africa. I mean, we had a million of them conversations. Nigga held them conversations for generations. Your granddaddy had the conversation. His dad, granddaddy had that same conversation. Niggas ain't with no niggas right here the whole time. Why? Because your ass was here, nigga. We wasn't over there. Now, our brothers and sisters, that's what they want to call Africa. They was there. But us, nigga, we was here. You see what I'm saying? You wasn't over there. You wasn't in Africa. And you got voted, nigga. You was here, nigga. Unless you came from Africa on your own, nigga. It wasn't, ain't nobody go pull up on no ship and grab no niggas from Africa and bring them over here. No way. No, that never happened. You see what I'm saying? The Africans ain't had no urge to come get our ass, neither. They ain't sent a boat, nigga. No, they didn't. Africa, y'all ain't sent a boat. If the story was true, y'all ain't sent a boat. Why? Y'all ain't throw a spear. Y'all ain't sent a spear for us. If they came and got all the black y'all ain't slide for us at all. Y'all ain't spin no blocks, no C's. Y'all ain't throw no spears, nothing for niggas. Left niggas right over here.
I know.
Niggas ain't sent a boat for your ass. A banana boat, a war boat. Goddamn it. You hear me? Nigga ain't sent a war boat, a banana boat. Fuck you. Send nothing across this bitch for your ass. Right? Because you wasn't over there, nigga. And you ain't had to urge Africa to come grab our ass. And it's okay because we wasn't over there neither. See how everybody out the clear. Just that quick. We out the clear. We can point the finger to the slave master who started the lie to begin with. Because see, for the longest, we was beefing with Africa. We was like, man, fuck them niggas over there. Y'all left us over here, nigga. Fuck y'all. Y'all some hoes. Y'all need to slide back for us, nigga. On Amistad, nigga. Because they told us we came on Amistad first. Remember that? Boy, on Amistad, y'all ain't even come back. Because we from the hood, you know, we say, on Amistad, y'all need to come back over here for us. Boy, y'all ain't spit no C4s and nothing. Y'all some hoes. Fuck y'all. That's how we felt towards y'all, Africa. And in Africa, y'all was like, fuck it, these bougie niggas. Americans, Westerners, I can't stand him. Have no respect. These people have no respect. Heathen savages. In my country, we respect the woman. And the woman clothes herself. Not like these American women. No, no, no. American women, no class. In my country, in Nigeria, I'm king. 9th generation. Fuck those niggas over there. They have no respect. Fuck them. Leave them. That's how y'all felt. That's how the fuck y'all felt toward black people, and it's okay. See what I'm saying? Now we know we brothers, And the oppressor lied to both of us, y'all. See what I'm saying? And y'all wasn't Africans, y'all gods. But that little beef between us of feeling like y'all left us and y'all looking at us, looking down on us like, you know, because y'all held on to a few more customs than we did. You know what I'm saying? That got to end that. Squash that. Because, nigga, we wasn't never over there. So now y'all ain't got to feel bad and we ain't got to be blaming you for shit you ain't do. See how that work? All behind some lies.
Hey, real, man. Hey, man, free that boy, man. Free Rashad Jamal, man. Because one thing about it for sure, man, that made a lot of sense to me, bro. If the United States really did how they did and went to Africa, bro, they didn't come spin or nothing, bro. Them African, bro, I just say African because that's, you know, the English term, but they really bought that for their people. You know, they really like that. If you come over there and really interrupt what's going on in Africa, they gonna spin on you quick. You know what I mean? So if it really happened like it did, why they didn't send a boat or throw anything or cause disruption? Because they coming over here right now getting the money. They coming over here getting that foreign money. They coming up here in that white classification. Michael Blackson already exposed that. Hey man, I ain't gonna go in too much though, but I'm just it's Melanated History Month, man. So I just want to put, hey, do your research. Do your research, man. We're coming back with another one though, man. Huh? More receipts.
In 1676, everybody of color was called Moors. On the left were
I am. Okay, here we go. Yeah, man, y'all tapped into the Underdog Podcast. I'm about to post the live link. So if you got anything on your mind you want to say, however, you know, shout outs, business wise, or whatever you want to say, man, we about to do it. We live on the Synthesis Series Network, TV.com, Black on Independent Network. We open today, man.
In 1676, everybody of color was called Moors. On the left are American Indians from the New England area. On the right are British African Moors. We're not the same people.
Yeah, it's a difference, man. You know, it's classifications in a lot of things, you know, but it's classification in a lot of things, man. You know, it's too many classifications for our people, you know, to get us further away from the truth. So that being said, man, we keeping it pushing right now. Real talk. All right, this is another one, another gem right here, man. Since they want to always call us the minority, you feel me? When really, in reality, oh, really the majority though. And I'm gonna put some up fact wise. There's too many artifacts in history around, you know, to debunk them calling us the minority. Like we ain't all around the globe. Come on, man.
You are not the minority. This is your shit. You made this, you made this, you made this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. You made this, you made this, you made this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. You made that, you made that.
Come on.
Them two,
Huh?
that two, that three, that four.
Let go.
You made that, you made that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. You made that, 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 that,
Let's sit about with it. Sit about with it.
not this, not this, and not that.
Come on, man.
Not this, and not this, not this, not that.
Hey, they're real, man. Nah, man. Shout them, man. Nah, man. Real creative, man. A lot of that stuff they said was the truth, man. You know, I didn't find out about black inventors until I was grown. My mama used to always tell me when I was younger, though, like, you know, invention wise, she used to tell me a lot here and there. You feel me? When I got grown, I started realizing, like, Most of the stuff that happened on this land was already originated with us. Like, come on, man. They gotta stop that cap. Gotta stop capping on us, man. Real talk. Playboy. Okay, we got another one, man. The legend Muhammad Ali, man. Definitely rest in peace. Was a stand-up guy, you know, more than just boxing. Revolutionary.
Nothing, just friends, just like Khrushchev and Kennedy and everybody. When the people, all of the politicians of all other white races come together, and they, although they believe different, they think different, whites can come together and discuss the common cause. But whenever a few of us come together, the world is shook up. And I say, whatever went back there is our business.
Reverend King, do you agree?
Oh, yes, yes. We had a very good discussion on many matters. And, of course, these are not things that we would discuss here. But we do have common problems and common concerns. And above all, as Muhammad Ali has just said, we are all victims of the same system of oppression. And even though we may have different religious beliefs, this does not at all bring about a difference in terms of our concerns.
Still brothers.
Do you share the same, one more question, do you share the same concern that Muhammad has for his draft status?
Oh, I certainly do. My views on the draft are very clear. I'm against it. And I think the sooner our country does away with the draft, the better it will be for everybody. I'm very disturbed about the militaristic posture of our nation. And I think until we have a radical reordering of priorities in our country, we are going more and more to the depths and, I should say, to the doom that follows arrogance of power, as Senator Fulbright said.
Yeah, them two powerful brothers in the same place at the same time, man. If you knew what Muhammad Ali stood on, you feel me? He threw his medal in the river. That's how disrupted he was, because he seen an African brother get service at a place, but he wasn't getting service. Come on, man. Who the original people then? We supposed to be African American, so you say. But yeah, man, it's definitely a lot to soak in, you know. And we definitely gonna keep this pushing though, man. You know what I mean? It's just for educational purposes only. You know what I mean? Melanated History Month, Black History Month, as we do everything on this land. You feel me? Yeah, another one for you. It's all that this is that African American title. You feel me? Understanding the United States Corporation is a business, people.
No. Here goes something that's about to blow your mind.
In case you didn't know. I'm gonna pause this right now and I'm gonna read it to y'all, man. The African American trademark was assigned a serial number 869799951 by the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Trademark serial number. You feel me? To identify the African American mark in USPTO. The African American mark is filed in the category of meats and processed food. This was Tuesday, October 4th, 2016, bro. Come on, man. They playing. They playing. Don't make no sense, dog. Make no sense at all. But we're gonna pause it real quick because it's another one, man. You know, they don't never promote us and our greatness. They want to show our greatness as long as it don't cross their boundaries.
So I didn't go and watch Wakanda Forever. And a lot of people look at me and say, wait a minute, you're black. You have to go and watch Wakanda Forever. The truth is, I didn't like Black Panther. I did go and see that, but I had a lot of issues with the movie. And I'm going to explain to you why I didn't like it and why I believe it actually, the first film anyway, did more harm than good to Black people. Pay attention. When you look at white heroes, they tend to fight the enemy of the West at that given time. So Superman was created in 1933 and his enemy was the Germans, the Nazis. Wonder Woman was also the Nazis. Captain America also fought the Nazis. Iron Man fought a proxy for Al-Qaeda or Islamic terrorists. Now, the X-Men was a little bit different. They were actually an allegory for civil rights, but without the heroes actually being Black. Because a lot of people say that Professor X and Magneto were basically Professor X's MLK and Magneto is Malcolm X in that universe. But it was just sort of weird that they used that as a template, but the actual heroes themselves weren't Black. Black Panther is supposed to be an African hero, but he wasn't fighting the enemies of Africa. Portuguese slavers, British colonizers, American slavers, Belgians in the Congo, the French in West Africa, the Dutch in South Africa, Western multinational corporations that take our resources for peanuts. Black Panther avoided all the natural enemies of Black and African people, and instead Wakandans were fighting each other. Wakanda is meant to be the most technologically advanced country in the world, but instead of helping the impoverished African nations next to them, they hid themselves because they didn't want to have to change their way of life. When Nakia went to save the kidnapped girls, which was an allegory for the kidnapped Nigerian girls, she was reprimanded by Chala. Now, my question is, why are you hiding to help fellow Africans? When Superman or X-Men or any of these other heroes help people, they do it in broad daylight and they act as a deterrent to the bad guys. Basically like, hey, we're here to protect these people, so if you come, you're going to have to deal with us. But when Black people have a hero, they hide. Why exactly isn't Nakia allowed to help Africans openly? Wakanda has medical tech that can cure a spinal injury in 24 hours, which Shuri does for the CIA agent, that Ross dude. But you guys can't help Africa eradicate typhoid, HIV, sickle cell, yellow fever, and the multitude of other diseases that are killing millions of Africans for the decades that we've been dealing with. You guys have all seen the UNICEF, the Red Cross commercials, and all these things. You're seeing those images being pumped out about Black African people, but we have an African hero who his country have this tech, and you're not going to cure those diseases forever? Very, very strange. Wakanda sends spies to America, but when the spy tries to help Black people by giving them weapons to fight oppression, the Wakandan king kills it. When the US or UK send spies to Africa, they do it to affect regime change, leverage for resources, and basically give their nation an advantage. Let me give you an example. James Bond. James Bond is a spy. James Bond in every movie goes into all of these countries and all these places, and his basic focus is the queen, who is not the queen anymore, obviously it's not the king, but basically the Britain, the UK, and basically working in the interests of protecting the UK. He kills people, for goodness sake. He has a license to kill. That's what 007 means. But when Wakanda have spies, they can't do anything. That's the point of spies. But the Wakandan spies, the Black spies, they are supposed to just spy. Killmonger gets created out of this situation. And rightly, he hates Wakanda. He's the only character focused solely on Black people. And he gets depicted as a murderous terrorist. It's almost like they made him Malcolm X and Shala MLK, then pushed for the Shala pacifist MLK ideology as the preferable option to the proactive ideology of the radical Killmonger. Like, that's basically what I was seeing. The moment Killmonger's butt touched the Wakandan throne, he was riding for Black people. And very quickly, he was killed, but not before he gives one of the best speeches you'll ever hear. So anyway, that's actually, it's worth watching the movie just to see Killmonger's speech before he dies. It's as if they put all the positive ideas of Black empowerment into him so they could kill him and thus symbolically kill the ideas that he had, essentially telling Black people that this is not how you get ahead. You get ahead by being like Shala. Then, instead of Wakanda giving their tech to African nations, they give it to the UN. Who, as any African who has sense, will tell you, what the hell have they done to advance the continent of Africa in the decades they've allegedly been trying to do so? One of the biggest issues with African economies is the debt they owe to those Western nations. Wakanda have the most valuable mineral on Earth, vibranium. Why don't they pay off all of Africa's debt with a tiny bit of vibranium and then create a single African currency backed by vibranium, which could go against fiat money, which is what the West uses, which is backed by nothing? They would instantly turn Africa into the greatest empire the world has ever seen overnight. Think about the fact that after you pay your tickets or subscription or whatever the hell you pay to watch this film, which I view as silent pacification, most of that money goes to the very culture that has and is exploiting the African continent and continues to keep them in economic chains. Follow for information on my independent project to create genuine, authentic African heroes.
Yeah, man. You got that from a person from Africa themselves, you feel me? Busting down everything, man. Like I say, they don't just put nothing out for no reason, man. You feel me? They don't celebrate Malcolm X for a reason. So when they put something out and they deem it as okay, we're gonna put this out for black people. We gonna, we call them black. We're gonna put these out for the African Americans. We're gonna make some money. Like, come on, man. Everything on this soil that we own is about the money that they created. Feel me? I wouldn't be surprised if one day the money just don't be worth nothing. You feel me? And they can literally just be like tomorrow, okay, $100 is worth $1. And it's gonna be so much chaos. Got another one, man. Let's do it.
The French Guiana, Mr. Herman Jensen, the Amazon trader, makes his way up the Moroni River, aided by friendly natives.
So now I want to show you this video I saw.
Actual footage of the Nijis
from the indigenous
our
South
people.
American Bushman Indians. It says from Guyana. This is rare 1950s footage. You can see you will see copper-colored tribes there.
And now, here's the man you saw in the film earlier, Mr. Herman Jensen. We're proud to have you with us, Mr. Jensen.
Thank you, John.
I'd like to ask, first of all, sir, how remote are these Indians from civilization?
These Indians live about 250 miles up the Moroni River. It's very hard to get up there because the rains endanger any trip, and the river is either too low or too high. It's just in July that one can penetrate into those villages.
Oh, is this your first trip into this area?
No, into this area it's my second trip, but I've made 25 trips into South America so far, and I expect to leave very shortly on another one.
Well, we're all anxious to see what being an Amazon trader really means, so let's start now.
All right, so he basically starts talking, describing what he's doing in this footage. This is, I guess, some local Native Americans that joined him on this expedition to the interior of the Amazon. He says, he tells the person that's interviewing him that he travels for about 2 months and a total of 500 miles in. 500 miles in. And you can see all the footage he's getting. This is a native boy. There it says, one of the Bushman's son. This is one of the chiefs. He said he's being introduced. This is one of the chiefs that actually traded clothes with the white guy, and he dressed like the chief as well. These are more natives in these towns he's encountering along the river, as you can see. Very much so you would think you were looking at footage from Africa, but this is in French Guiana, right, in South America. And if we look at the tobacco, the old tobacco images of the Indians, right, with their feathers, copper-colored bodies, it's the same as we see here. So again, he traveled, through all this river, 500 miles in, and he encountered, I guess, a lot. It was like an adventure for him, right? Indiana Jones. But as you can see the footage, these are so-called Negroes, right?
Come on, man.
And they can always tell us that these are Africans that mixed when they were escaped and maroons and stuff. But we've seen in video 1, video 2, we've seen the scientific anthropology to show that the oldest bones found here were of Negro descent. They had Negro features and resemble a lot of the Australian Aborigines and South Pacific Asians or Malays, right? And you can see them doing their dance here. They do the foot. Almost a lot of Native American tribes in the north, dance with their feet as well. They stomp their feet, And the guy, when he's explaining this part, he's saying that it sounds like merengue, cha cha cha, like a merengue cha cha cha, with their dancing, with their singing and drumming. According to him, this is his account from the interview. I took the audio off because it had background music. I didn't want to get a copyright strike or the video taken down. But you can find the YouTube down in the links, video originals. You can hear what he's saying. He's gonna mention a lot of Africanized, and they sound so African and so African because that's all he knows, right, from his history. But as you can see, they're encountering different colored tribes along
I
these
know.
rivers. So you can see this one has this tribe has longer hair. They let the hair grow, but they're copper colored, almost the same as the other natives that are with him. Basically, almost the same skin. And this is more of them in their river. More villages they're encountering, all copper colored people. As you can see here, and chopping wood. He's saying how strong they are, how well fit they are, how they're like very natural people. They're very healthy. They're he says they don't steal. They're very good people. They treated him like royalty when he was in their towns. They're over here fishing in this river. He says you got to be careful because there's piranhas. As you can see, they're fishing with their harpoons and everything. And so this is, I guess, when they're almost back after the journey. He says they're unloading all the stuff they got and traded with. I guess he's going to bring it back to Europe, where he's from. So as you can see, copper-colored tribes in South America.
Yeah.
Got to dodge the hijacks. Aboriginals, the in America. All right. So I'm gonna end.
Yeah, man, you can't deny it. Man, you might want to ignore it, but Africa is not the only place where so-called black people are from. It's a large continent, yes, a lot do, but we all over the map, man. It's different. You can't just say Africa is the only source. You feel me? Like you gotta look at Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, China, all these places. We even got people in the UK. We all over the land masses. The only thing that separates us is the culture. And the culture in America has been tarnished once them Europeans came over here and made us forget who we are. Ain't no other continent like that but us. It's crazy that we had to experience that because this is generationally a culture of people that's been lost. So once the black label, so-called black label, got put on you, you feel me? Now you think you black. You think you what they calls you. You moving just the way they want you to move. You following suit. Them people playing chess games, man. They ain't playing no checkers. We got to stop playing checkers, man. It's a whole new board, bro. Y'all be want to idolizing back then MLK. That's why they picked our superheroes. These supposedly. They didn't get MLK whole speech because MLK really was backtracking, saying, I think I'm leading my people in a burning building. Come on, man. Don't leave that out of there. Hey, people make mistakes, but bro, come on, dog. Real talk, man. And I'm gonna give it to y'all too, man. This is the movie that everybody should know because they pushed the slave movie so much. Feel me? I don't think the audio playing on you, huh? Okay. Oh, it right on.
What fool stuff's that you talking about? That's African. I ain't no African. Well, I'm Indica. We're proud people. And I'm American. I'm American. I'm American. I was born here. My mammy and my daddy was born here. And my daddy's daddy. And I ain't no African. That Mandinka face. Mandinka?
Come on, man. Real talk. I done did my genealogy, bro. I went on my grandmother's side. I went back 5 generations. I ain't nobody showed Africa nowhere. Everybody was in Dooley, Georgia the whole time. Trying to tell you, bro. Who was in the pudding, dog? Stop believing on folk, man. I understand y'all want to believe in them, bro, but hey, you gotta It's 2023, man. It's too much information out here, dog. Feel me? Last one for the Melanated History Month. You feel me? Last one for the Melanated History Month. You feel me? Shout out to everybody out there.
Traditions, but they also incorporate other things into their regalia. The Indians who remained hid, or they lied about their race, if they could pass for Caucasian or if they could pass for black. They took on another ethnic identity. But when they did that, they lost their culture. They had to hide and pretend. So now today, people get really upset and say, well, you're not really Indian. Well, yes, they are. They had to lie about who they were. They lost, for lack of a better word, their public identity.
Yeah. It was during that Walter Plecker situation, man, where if they claimed they was a native or Indian, bro, that's where the slaughtering and all that stuff come from, man. You know what I mean? But we want to tap into the little news that been going on too, man. Been a whole lot going on out here. So yeah, man, it's a lot of different things going on. That's why we do what we do, so we keep y'all informed and inspired, and so y'all can do y'all own research, man. Because I'm pretty sure y'all done heard. I'm pretty sure y'all done heard what been going on, man. It's a lot in the air. You feel me? So that's what we tend to do. Keep our people up on game, man. We giving game. You know what I mean? Sometimes they want to say game ain't free. All game ain't free. Which I agree to a certain extent.
Peace, light, love, and darkness, family. Look, y'all remember the other day when I asked y'all to give me the real story behind this BS story they're giving us about shooting down a UFO, right? Y'all remember the story right here. U.S. fighter jets shot down UFO flying over Alaska less than a week after the Chinese balloon incident. Y'all remember this BS. And look, peep this. This happened February the 10th, right? February the 10th, right? And look, y'all remember I made that video stating that anybody who really knows what's going on, I want y'all to send me or tell me the real story. The undercover story, not the cover story they're giving all of us, right? Well, what do we have here? This was published February the 10th, same day as the so-called UFOs getting shot down. February 10th, and what is this here? Breaking. Final Epstein docs to be unsealed after new ruling.
Oh, man.
I told y'all, I said, look, y'all, this is a damn cover story. Where that undercover story at? Bam, it's right here. Like, they really don't want the people to know that our whole GOV is on trial right now. For crimes against humanity, for crimes towards kids, for trafficking and all of that, they on trial right now. And they don't want nobody to know that a lot of them are being convicted. A lot of them already been executed. They just got their clones and shit out here. Salacious allegations against Epstein associates to be unsealed. February 10th. Every time they distract us with something, it's always a story that's beneath that distraction. Always. I mean, this is really what they was distracting us from. Exclusive. Naming the names, final batch of documents containing salacious allegations related to Jeffrey Epstein's associates, including Prince Andrew, will finally be made to the public after dozens of John and Jane Does agree to unsealing. Yo. And remind y'all, this is just one of the undercover stories. It'd be way more undercover stories going on. As a matter of fact, it'd be a cover story, another cover story under that cover story, and another cover story under that undercover story. Basically lies on lies on lies. Those of us knew it when they was talking about that UFO getting shut down. Then a couple of days before that, they was talking about we had a Chinese spy balloon and all this. Meanwhile, all the PEDOs is under fire right now, and they don't want us to know. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all take the time to look at these documents, look this up, and y'all read this yourselves, because, yeah. They basically just saying all the BS that we already know they doing, and we already...
Hold up, man. It say Bill Gates and Bill Clinton are among the notable men who have linked to Epstein.
You know, all the people who involved, which is all of them. Anybody you see on TV, they ass involved. Like, this shit don't be making no sense at all. Family, y'all like, comment, and share this video.
Yeah, we sure shared it, Queen. But like I said, man, everything is coming to light, you know, and it's you gotta look at the history of who them people are though too, man. All these holidays we celebrate got a story behind it. You feel me? I was watching an interview and this shit made so much sense, bro. Like when it come to our people and our culture on this land, I hate to say it, but everybody's white in a way. And you say white. Well, what type of white are you? You an English white boy, a white girl. Cause this ain't our native tongue. Come on, man. It's real. This ain't our native tongue. English is not our native tongue. We just adapted to what happened. I mean, it's just what it is. How why we got our own slang and stuff too, though. We gonna flip it around now. Come on, man. Got another clip coming. Now this right here, this is definitely something that I didn't know about, but I'm not shocked that they're doing this, you know. Here we go.
It's a problem facing tens of thousands of struggling Black farmers in America.
We were 1 million Black farmers, families strong in this country, tilling 20 million acres of land. And today we're down to 50,000 Black farmers. So we're facing extinction.
John Boyd Jr. is the founder and president of the National Black Farmers Association. He says more than a century of admitted racism within the U.S. Department of Agriculture, including refusing to process loans from farmers of color and foreclosing more quickly on minority farmers, resulted in the loss of roughly 15 million acres of land, worth an estimated $300 billion. The result, a $5 billion lawsuit against the federal government to honor its promise to make it right.
Many Black farmers were even deterred from applying for assistance at USDA. I personally had my loan torn up and tossed in the trash can right in front of me. I've been spat on by the person who's supposed to be lending me money.
Oh, no.
And I've been called racial epithets, like it was commonplace from the lending officer at USDA.
Now that's the ultimate level of disrespect, bro. You ain't finna spit on nobody, bro. That's called privileged people. You know what I mean? They do what they do. You know what I mean? I got another one for y'all, man. Y'all already know it. Part 2. I can't believe this though, man, but I do believe it because Big Pharma and what they call it, FDA, they're in business, bro. They're in business to make sure people be unhealthy. That's how you make the money.
Hello, World Pharmacy W here, reporting live to you from Freedom Acres Ranch this morning. I'd like to say thank you to everybody that's been coming out showing support. I'd like to say thank you to those that have decided to stay and you know, continue on with the ongoing effort of support. I'd like to say thank you, world, you know, for sticking in there with me. The fight is not over. I've been informed this morning by a fellow service member that the police were called on us 5 times this past weekend for doing work on our land, for farming while black. That's not a crime. You know, Elijah McClain would still be alive to this day if it wasn't for somebody calling and saying that a black man is walking down the street. That's not a crime. None of that is a crime. Farming while on your own land is not a crime. The people that were out here this past weekend didn't deserve to be tormented and harassed by Gerhardt's goons. I guess I'm finna be facing charges. New charges are finna be coming down the pipeline on me for being on my own land. World, I'm asking that y'all come out in full force on 2/17/23 to the Denver Capitol. You know, and we state our claim that the Karen Act be passed and put into law that make it a crime, a hate crime, to weaponize the police against people of color. It has to stop, world. Farming while black is not a crime. Being on your own land is not a crime. This Gerhardt, Officer Gerhardt, needs to be fired, needs to be removed. He needs to be sitting in a jail cell. Him and all his goons that partake and allow for the mistreatment of people of color. We got a long road, world. We got a long road ahead of us. You know, strap up your boots. It has to stop, world. It has to stop. It's not a crime. Farming on your own land is not a crime. Signing out, world.
Man, I feel for that brother, man. You know what I mean? He's just trying to make his living and do what he got to do to provide, you know, but I hate to say it, man. He kept saying it's not a crime for this, it's not a crime for that. Man, written wise, it may not be a crime, but there's no laws protecting so-called blacks on America's soil. You feel me? So that means these gangs, these police gangs can come and do what they want to do and get away with it and beat it and get it thrown out. Like the system was never designed to take care of us. You know what I mean? The Asian people got a hate crime pass. Quick. The quickest I done ever seen. But trying to call to be fair in a system that ain't even meant to be fair, like it's gonna take our people, our kind. And I hate to say it, it's gonna take a war. Like the Europeans fought for everything they conquered. You feel me? When have melanated people fought for anything and conquered? Think about it on this land. When have we ever took back something that was ours? I'm just saying, man. That begging and pleading, not no folks they're gonna hear you. And I hear what you saying. I ain't gonna put nothing in law. It's man, we should have been had a law before the Asian people had a law. Come on, man. Make it make sense. All that begging and pleading and crying and yelling out to the world been seeing what's going on with us, man. The world has been the world been seeing this. The world been seeing us get our head kicked in. Come on, man. I know the world seen when Rodney King and Matilda got, man. Come on, man. Well, they probably didn't see with Matilda, but definitely Rodney King was on videotape all across the news. I know they done heard about him. But it's gonna take a real war to happen, man. And I don't know if our people ready for it because we're so focused on killing ourselves and degrading ourselves and the children mimicking what they seeing the older people do. So they are a product of what they see around them. And all they see is black genocide, so-called black people. But nah, them type of people that's like that, y'all niggas, y'all a waste. You know what I mean? For real. Y'all just in the way because we got a bigger situation and a bigger, not saying the youth, because the youth, you can't fully blame them until they become a man for real. They don't reach that age till they in they mid-20s. You can't follow for everything. But these old niggas, nah, y'all niggas should see the field clear. It shouldn't be blocking y'all vision, man. But yeah, message from the OG Charleston White, man.
Them UFOs and balloons. You believe them people telling you it's a UFO? Them people say, hey, it's a UFO up there and it's a balloon. You believe them? Yeah, I don't believe them. I think they lying. Yeah, I think they making up shit. The shit they showing you in the sky, how it fly from here to China, from China to here. The UFO they showing you. Man, listen, Bill Gates already said, nigga, they can open the sky up and make it look like Jesus come back. Nigga, that's a computer screen. I don't believe the shit them people. Man, y'all, man, God, man, that's a goddamn computer screen, man. Them people can, man, they can do anything. So I don't believe none of that shit. Yeah, I don't believe it. I think they bullshit. I think they lying like a mother. They lying on China. Yeah, they lying like a motherfucker on China. Man, them people trying to take slavery out the books and erase slavery. So I ain't gonna what they'll tell you on the news today. So don't pay that no money. Get you some money. Wake up every goddamn day. Get you some money. Cause if China is flying shit over here, ain't nothing you can do about it no way. If UFOs is invading, ain't nothing you can do it. So wake up every day, nigga. Try to have you a good little piece of pussy that don't burn your dick. Get you some goddamn money saved up, and nigga try to have you some fun. But don't pay none of that shit no attention, nigga. They lie and they lying right now about every goddamn thing they telling you. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Nah, most deaf, man. You know what I mean? If China, if they doing it, what can we do about it? We ain't got no, ain't nobody got no chopper at their house, no helicopter. They can no military aircraft. They can fly in the sky once they see something wrong with it. Like, we just gotta go at the flow and peep game, man. Cause we know for sure we dealing with some lies. You know, it ain't no doubt about that. You know, I ain't tripping off that part, you know, but we just gonna keep it pushing, man. We got a couple more clips going on. You know what I mean? Recently in Ohio, man, it was a big chemical spill in the water, and now keep that in mind. Ohio water contaminated and Michigan water now. Well, definitely can't forget about that.
That Ohio incident and every other incident going on in America is just to put Americans in fear. It's crazy how the Baltimore and Ohio was one of the first railroads ever built in America. It makes sense why they would do this. Talking about some derailment when they say it was on fire before it even blew up. Now all of a sudden UFOs coming out of nowhere. After for years they were silencing people, killing people, and all kind of stuff. CIA been shitting people out, saying that like when people would find crash sites and stuff like that. Now Ford just randomly get shot down. Mind you, China flying balloons over the goddamn Atlantic Ocean. Like, y'all really believe this? So you telling me the balloon flew over Iraq and all the countries that China got probably beef with? A fucking balloon. Man, this shit ain't no different from the George Floyd situation when they were just putting bricks out there just for us to use them shit. Just be prepared, man. They trying to do all type of stuff to implement their new world order. They trying to make Americans scared so we could just say, government save us. UFOs just coming out of nowhere. And be mindful, they still got the Project Blue Beam that ain't even turned on yet now. So I'm pretty sure 2023, this is the year to 7. So you're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff. They trying to implement this order fast. Just be prepared. Like Real Kai say, stay dangerous, nigga, and meditate. Get your work, focus on yourself around this time, man. Peace.
Yeah, man, it's a whole lot, you know, and I say, man, when you speak of the government, who is the government? Like, folk just be believing the news, like, that's credible. Like, that's enough credit. Like, come on, man. You don't even know who run the news. You don't even know who own that bit. You might could pull up a name, but you ain't never seen them. You know what I mean? Like, we talking about people we ain't even seen or know of, bro. And y'all just scared of a group of people. Like, but no, they got to keep you scared to keep power. But man, I ain't finna go in about that, man, because YouTube might crank us up how they do, man. You know what this is, man. Keeping it pushing with Fleetwood, man. Real. Okay, then let go.
The agenda behind the push for interracial unions. Caucasians are not reproducing themselves at the rate they are dying. Since the 1950s, their numbers have been on the decline. It is estimated that by 2050, Caucasians will be in the minority, and then they will soon disappear forever. They realize that they would need to come up with a plan quick, fast, in a hurry, or they will no longer be in existence. Which brings us to the interracial marriage agenda. Interracial unions and marriage was always illegal in the United States, even up to the 1960s. In the late 1800s, there were angry white mobs that would go around hurting and even murdering interracial couples. In 1907, a U.S. senator even called for the death penalty to be imposed upon only Black people that were caught in interracial relationships, but it takes two to tangle. Anti-misogyny laws were still in place well into the late 1960s. In 1967, interracial marriage became legal throughout the United States due to the famous case of Loving versus Virginia. Even bills have been passed to protect interracial unions. In the past decade, there has been a huge push for interracial relationships, and it has also been in the advertising all over TV and the internet and media prints. The push for interracial unions serves a twofold agenda. Not only does it increase Caucasians' number, but it also makes Negroes disappear, or it's the solution to the Negro problem. It's called eugenics. And famous eugenicists believe that if you breed the melanin out of melanated individuals, then they will improve the human race by eliminating melanated people. One of the most famous eugenicists was Margaret Sanger, and she's the one that created the abortion clinics. She said that colored people are like human weeds and they need to be exterminated.
Come on, man.
Here is a prime example of how to make your melanated self disappear. You start out with a melanated person, then you end up having a partially melanated person, and then poof, you're completely gone. Melanated individuals will eventually disappear at the hands of interracial unions with those who are producing children. Keep in mind, the entire world was once filled with nothing but melanated individuals at all four corners of this earth, and we have slowly been whitened out. And eventually, we are going to disappear completely.
Yeah, man. We just gotta see how it goes because we like I don't want to say our analogy, but we like roaches, bro. You can't. We populating, so they've been trying every little trick in the book to stop us from reproducing. They doing it right now. Section 8, keep the man out the house. Planned Parenthood. Now they're attacking the masculinity on our people. You know, y'all don't see it, bro. I ain't never seen this much promoted. Why does it matter? You like what you like, that's cool. But why I gotta be a poster board? You know what I mean? Like, why I gotta be a poster board for the children, bro? That's some pedophile shit, bro. Be fucking with these little kids, bro. That's some pedophile shit to be fucking with them sexuality wise, bro. Like, that's weird as hell to me, bro. That's weird as hell to me, dog. I don't understand that, you feel me? Like, why is it being so much targeted towards kids, bro? Sexually, you feel me? Nah, fuck all that, bro. I'm like boosting when it comes to that shit. I ain't rocking with none of that, bro. You feel me? To each his own. You like what you like, you do what you do, but why I gotta be publicized? You feel me? You don't even see no melanated families on TV no more, bro. It's either Charleston White said, it's either yeah, gonna be gay or you gonna be a gangster. That's the two things that trend in the black community. You either gonna be gay and you be a gangster. You know what I mean? And don't nobody ain't no man. Come on, bro. That's a red pill, blue pill, bro. With no other choices. You feel me? Like, that's why it's important for us to have these two households, bro. That's why it's important for the men to raise their kids, bro. It's important for these women to raise their kids, bro. Both of y'all have important roles because that's y'all fucking responsibility, dog. Feel me? So, yo, man, let me get charged up out there, bro. I just feel some type of way because it's really about this next generation, these kids, bro. And it's, you know, with the bastard childs out here, whatever, they probably ain't grow up without a father, ain't have nobody close bond like that, bro. Our community ain't got no type of influence like that other than rap. And their rap shit, man. Come on, man. Don't get me started on that, bro. Genocide music. Teaching them to kill each other, hate each other, fuck that nigga, push a nigga this. All of that type of stuff, man. Ain't no filter over here, bro. Come on, man. With FLEETWOOD right now, man. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I get real bothered about shit like that, bro. Cause we need the ones after us to, cause if the attack is heavy like that and the youth is exterminating each other, no more relationships. Men want to be women, women want to be like men, bro. That's where the shit stop. Where we go extinct, bro. Come on, man. Tighten the fuck up.
Most powerful emperors is a one world government. They always wanted a one world government. There's no way to have a fucking one world government if nobody's into that shit. Right. Not even other rulers from small countries are like, one world government, that's gonna put me out of a job. Fuck your one world government. The only way to do it is to get us to embrace it. And the only way to embrace it is from an alien attack. Ronald Reagan talked about it many times, the UN, CFR, and said, wouldn't it make our lives easier if we just had some kind of extraterrestrial threat? He said that shit. I don't think he ever said that. No, he said that many times. It's on video many times.
Ronald Reagan?
Ronald Reagan.
Heard of him, Brian? I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Yeah, man, y'all heard it right there, man. You know what I mean? For real. It's definitely looking like that because when that whole little situation went down, you know what I mean? I don't feel good. I gotta be home for 14 days. I gotta be out of commission. It's a whole plague going on like germs, bro. It's in the air. Man, no folk were coming out together with the World Assembly and the World Health Organization. And yeah, the WHO. You know what's going on, bro. Talk about this shit, though, man. But yeah, man, like I say, bro, we tighten the fuck up, bro, and be responsible for each other. I ain't off y'all ass yet. We need to be responsible for our own people. Stop fucking looking at other people to be responsible for us, bro. That's the shit that bothers me, because everybody else holding themselves accountable, bro. Feel me? We sitting over here complaining, looking for a handout and looking for a savior, bro. We the ones that can save our fucking selves if we come together.
Why is this not being known more widely in America? Why is this being swept under the rug?
We have a gigantic industry in the United States and in the West, which is determined to limit Black people to a slave mentality, to tell them you've been slaves, and the only way you're ever going to get out of that is to rely on the slave mentality of the socialistic welfare democratic system, which is going to subsidize your manumission ever further. Well, as we know, no one ever gets out of his own bondage by someone else doing it for you. It's by your own work that you bring yourself out of bondage.
The elite do when you see that you're outnumbered by Black and white folks who are penniless, landless, peasants. You have to do one of two things. You either have to kill them all, but you can't do that because who's going to work? Rich folks weren't going to. They had to get poor people to work. Whole point was to be a person of leisure. It's not to work. So you couldn't kill them all. You didn't want to kill them all. You had to do the work yourself, not to build your own levee, build your own house. No, pick your own tobacco, harvest your own cotton. No, we're not going to do any of that. So you can't kill them, but you can co-opt them. And so the elite in Virginia, for example, in the colony, begins to give certain carrots to people of European descent, saying things like, we're going to let you own a little land, not much, but just a little. And we're going to get rid of indentured servitude. Now you're free labor. And by the way, once you're free labor, you get 50 acres of land just because you're free labor, see? So we're going to cut you in on this deal. We're going to let you enter into contracts. We're going to let you testify in court. And here's the best of all. We're going to put you on the slave patrol to keep those people in line, right? The idea was you're still going to get your clock clean. We still don't like you. We still aren't going to really empower you or change your economic subordination, but we're going to make you honorary members of this team, and you're going to help us keep those other people down. And so they got a little taste of power, and it did effectively divide and conquer those coalitions. Those rebellions began to stop almost instantly.
Yeah, man, you already know what's going on, man. You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta be strategic. You gotta use your mind, bro. That's the thing, bro. Just think. Like people gotta think, bro, cause when you see everything for what it is, bro, and I've been looking at everything as it is, bro, I ain't went back yet. I'm still, it's like a rabbit hole, bro. I'm tunneling it for the light, you know, and there's so much shit keep going on, and I feel like I'm behind because the number one, we are behind. The number one thing, we don't know who we are. We know who we are, but we don't want to accept that because it don't seem, a lot of people looking like, man, that can't never happen. That ain't for real. It's far-fetched because you've been indoctrinated to believe in a certain thing already from a different people that's not y'all people, man. Y'all, man, I appreciate everybody tapping in, man. As always, man, this was the Underdogs Podcast. With Fleetwood JR, man. Y'all already know how we do, man. The Underdog Reloaded on the way, man. Fleetwood JR, Jack Calder, man, Sly, Ethan Nation, man. Y'all already know what's going on, man. We out of here, man.
Gold mouth, rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up her mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granite. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet. It will fall in place if it's meant to be organic. I got crazy lingo, you would think I'm speaking Spanish. I'm something like a pie, never leave without the cannon. I'm enlightened. I got stones around my neck. If you pay attention, I teach her how to earn respect. I walk around with a tag like I'm mad at the rail. People do any damn thing for a check. So what if you got signed labels, throw them on the shelf? I don't ask for help, I just go within myself. Hard times I prevail, I bust up out my shell. I let my nuts hang, cause it don't got no curfew. Gold mouth, rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up a mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granite. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet.